Obesity has become a major health issue in the United States. It is a risk factor for the 4 leading causes of death: heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and cancer. In 2008, approximately 1/3 of the nation's adults were considered obese. We don't wake up one day as obese adults. Obesity begins during childhood, when our attitudes and behaviors about food and exercise are established. In 2007-2008, nearly 10% of infants and toddlers ages 2 to 0 years of age were considered obese. During that same time, nearly 1/3 of all children and adolescents ages 2 to 19 years of age were considered overweight and at risk for obesity as well. As our size continues to grow and this epidemic spreads, we need to stop this trend from the beginning. I'm a family nurse practitioner from Wilmington, North Carolina, and I want to share with you strategies to prevent the onset of obesity beginning in childhood. During infancy, breastfeeding is considered to be used exclusively during the first 6 months of life. Children during that time will typically eat 8 to 12 times per day. It is also recommended that breastfeeding be extended into the following 6 months, at which time solids are introduced into the diet up to 1 year of age. During that time, children will typically breastfeed approximately 6 to 10 times a day. If your child is formula fed, please be sure that the formula is iron fortified for at least the first year of life. The child should not consume more than 32 ounces of formula per day. No cereal should be added to the bottles during the first 4 to 6 months of life. As a parent, you should begin to eliminate the nighttime feedings starting at 3 months of age, with a goal to eliminate all nighttime feedings by the time the child is 6 months of age. Between 9 and 12 months of age, you should begin to introduce a sippy cup to your child, offering them these beverages during their mealtime. Once foods are introduced, the child should begin to have 3 meals a day with 2 to 3 snacks. These snacks should be healthy, avoiding prepackaged foods such as chips and donuts. Meals should be monitored for portion size and quality of food. At this age, a portion size or 1 serving is equal to approximately 1 to 2 teaspoons. The parent should offer a variety of nutritious foods and snacks. And remember that it takes up to 15 attempts for a child to develop a taste for a new food. So don't give up on the broccoli. Avoid fruit drinks and sodas. If you do give the child 100% fruit juice, it should be limited to no more than 4 to 6 ounces per day. Behaviors to be aware of is to avoid comfort feeding your child and allow your child to learn self-calming techniques. Avoid using food as a reward or a bribe, and avoid struggling over food. Keep in mind that a clean plate is not a healthy thing to enforce. Physical activity at this point should include plenty of tummy time, that is supervised, of course. It is not recommended that a child have any TV time before the age of 2 years of age. Allow plenty of unrestricted time to move, which we call floor time. Early childhood between 1 and 4 years of age is a wonderful time to begin to teach our children how to eat healthy. After 2 years of age, children should consume low-fat or fat-free milk only, and should not consume more than 16 ounces per day. 5 or more servings of fruits and vegetables should be taken in each day. A serving at this age is considered a half a cup. 4 to 6 ounces of 100% fruit juice can be given to the child daily, but should continue to avoid soda and juice drinks. Should begin to limit their fat intake from trans fats and saturated fats. Again, they are eating 3 meals a day with 2 to 3 snacks per day that should be healthy snacks and not high-calorie and poor nutrient foods such as French fries and chips. Parents should avoid control issues related to food. Remember, parents can decide what food to offer, where the child will eat, and when to eat, but it is ultimately up to the child to decide whether or not they will eat and how much they will consume. Children up to 5 years of age are very capable of regulating how much food they need to take in order to compensate for their physical activity. Mealtime should be offered on a regular schedule, and all meals should be consumed as a family unit. Provide healthy choices with no more than 2 options at this age. Again, do not use food for comfort or reward or to bribe. As society will encourage our children to want to eat fast foods, you need to limit this to no more than twice a week and encouraging healthy choices and monitoring their portion sizes. Activities at this age should include 60 minutes of active, unstructured physical activity, or what most of us call play. Be a role model for physical activity and join in with your children during their playtime. Monitor their screen time. Avoid TV and screen time less than 2 years of age. After 2 years of age and older, they should limit the TV or sedentary screen time to less than 2 hours per day, and avoid a TV in the bedroom. In school-age children, ages 5 to 10, you want to continue the healthy eating habits, avoiding foods that are high in calorie and low in nutrients. Continue to have 5 or more servings of fruits a day with the serving size at a half a cup. Portion control is important, and remember it takes 20 minutes of eating in order for the body and the brain to feel satisfied. Again, continue to limit the fast food. After 4 years of age, you begin to limit the fat intake to 25 to 30%, 5% of total calorie intake. Provide healthy food choices and continue to limit sweetened drinks. Fruit juices, again, should be 100% fruit juice and limited to 4 to 6 ounces per day. At this point, you want to continue to encourage water consumption and low or fat-free milk. Be a positive role model. Eat meals with the family and avoid food struggles. Be aware of the recognized changes in growth and appetite associated with the impending puberty and physical activity. At this age, it's very important to encourage a healthy breakfast daily to improve their school performance. Involve children in selecting and preparing foods. Do not withhold favorite foods, but instead teach small portions. Withholding can lead to cravings and later overeating. Avoid restrictive and fad diets, and recognize emotional triggers for eating. 60 minutes a day of physical, intermittent, moderate to vigorous physical activity is recommended at this age. You should encourage as much family time and recreational family time as possible. Limit TV time to no more than 2 hours per day, and remember, no eating in front of the TV or televisions in the bedroom. For the teens, considered 11 to 21 years of age, they have learned the healthy eating habits that you've been teaching them throughout their lifetime, and it is time for them to enforce them. They should be encouraged to eat a variety of foods from all food groups and continue to eat 5 or more servings of fruits a day, monitoring portion sizes. They should drink at least 3 to 4 8-ounce glasses of milk per day and continue to limit their fast food consumption. They should again avoid trans fats and saturated fats and avoid fad diets. Encourage a healthy breakfast every day and continue to eat meals together as much as possible. At this age, teens should be taught how to prepare, shop, and select appropriate portion sizes. As parents, again, you need to serve as a role model. At this age, they should be getting 60 minutes of daily intermittent, moderate to vigorous physical activity, continue to limit screen time, and seek a balance between physical activity and sedentary activities. Discuss with the teens the effect of media influence on health-related behaviors. By this time, your child has learned the importance of physical activity and healthy eating habits that will hopefully carry them throughout the rest of their life. I hope that with this video you feel better prepared to help prevent obesity in your children and in your lives. I appreciate your attention, and I wish you all the best of luck.